soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? The Island Rex coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the notification. Squawk, squawk, squawk. So I want to talk to y'all about how to fix hip hop, bro. Like, how do we get hip hop back to its truest form and how it was back in the 90s, okay? There's a lot of artists, new artists. You got uh, dominating the male hip hop charts. You got Drake, uh, Lil Uzi, you got Lil Pump, you got Future, Young Thug, you got the Migos. You know, a lot of artists who doesn't really, focus on lyricism. You know, the likes of J.Cole and Kendrick Lamar, they're kind of forced out. And that you hear their records on the radio, but you're not going to hear them like when you go to these different communities, these parties, or when you go to certain places. You're not going to hear their music as much as you will hear those type of artists on the radio as much, and them getting airplay and so forth. You know, and with the female genre, you have kind of Cardi B dominating the hip hop charts, the female hip hop charts, and she already has been, I guess, exposed for having ghostwriters. And same thing with Drake. Drake was exposed for having a ghostwriter. You have Nicki Minaj, and a lot of females like Asian Doll. It's another female, I can't think of her name right now, but you see her on like World Star Hip Hop. Um, and I just want to talk about how do we get hip hop back to its truest form, okay? Back to how great it was in the mid 80s, late 70s, mid 80s, you know, mid 90s. It seemed like hip hop, I had a conversation with this gentleman, and we was talking about how he was like, hip hop is better now than it was in the early 2000s. I said, like, towards the early 2000s, hip hop was still great. It still has some of the artists who had, was coming from the 90s. These people started in the 90s, but they were still able to have, to stay relevant and carry over into the early 2000s, mid 2000s. But that's when the wave started to change, and you had the Soldier Boys, and, you had the Franchise Boys, the Lean with it, Rock with it, all types of stuff, right? So, and he was like, well, you got J. Cole now and Kendrick Lamar and Big Sean, blah, blah, blah. I said, you think those guys were better than Lauryn Hill, Jay-Z, Nas? These are people who are still around. Outkast, they might not be, he was like, well, they came out in the 90s, but that's what I'm saying. They were still able to carry over and be successful in the early 2000s. That's why they sold a lot of records. They made great albums, great content, and people were still supporting and buying albums during that time. My belief is people don't buy albums now is simply because not just the internet, but they understand that people aren't putting out real content. You look at J. Cole. People are buying J. Cole's albums because he's original. He's authentic. He didn't have to have features. And I'm talking about the album before this project that he just dropped. But he's able to outsell a lot of these bubblegum rappers because he's authentic. He's true to himself. He's a regular person. You can see videos of him talking to a lady who had 3 jobs, and her son had died, her daughter died, and he's just a genuine person. He speaks real life experiences that we all can relate to. We get up, go to work. Well, not me, but we get up as a world. We get up and go to work. Everything that we face, he speaks our reality, but people see these different realities. They're told what's reality and what's real, so they believe, like Cardi B, for example. A lot of people say, oh, she's so real, but then they'll turn around and say it's just entertainment. So you can't say that she's real unless if it's just entertainment. If you want to be just entertained, right? Because that they have drawn you in. Now you have been drawn in by her doing these interviews, and she's saying the first thing, oh, I don't care about this. She could be talking about a water bottle. Well, I'm getting this money and I got this water bottle, blah blah blah. To whereas you got a person who be like, man, look, my life is hard right now, bro. I gotta get up and go to work. I got kids, man. I gotta feed the kids. I gotta buy shoes for them. I gotta provide to them, blah blah blah, all this stuff. So you can't say this person is real, but they say it's entertainment. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense what you're saying. So I want to talk about how do we fix that. A lot of people talk about we talk about the problem, but we fail to talk about how to fix the problem with the industry, the music industry, and with the music industry, the movie industry, TV, et cetera, et cetera. We have given corporate America the power. See, we didn't need corporate America at first. They came to us. They needed us. So we have to reverse it and get to a point where we no longer feel like, all right, this is how it's set up. It's all a setup, no matter how you look at it in life. The music industry, they tell you you've made it because they made this popular. They created a club. And I'm not talking about like a clubhouse or like a club that you go party. I'm talking about a club, a membership. That's what they created, and they made it extremely popular, right? And they made it so popular. And what happens when something is popular? Everybody follow. So they put you on a TV screen in front of millions of people, right? And you start to feel like you need them. They give you clothes, they give you a loan, you get clothes, you're recognized to hundreds of millions of people. You get to buy clothes, shoes, the lifestyle. They sell this lifestyle, this illusion to you. So you feel like you need that illusion. You feel like you got to go that route. They're saying that's their version of you making it. You get what I'm saying? Like that's them saying, but you could create something for yourself, your own platform, and you've made it whatever you do. Like getting on YouTube, getting 100,000 subscribers, getting 15,000 subscribers, 12,000, 10,000, and building your way up from that. You've made it. You got plaque. You can get YouTube plaques. You get money. You've made it. You may have made it. You might be 25 and you might have do shows. You may have 10, 15 people that come to your shows. You've made it. We have allowed them to dictate to us what's making it. Just because you're on a TV screen, they sell this lifestyle to you, so you try to obtain that, and that's your version, and that's why you're miserable deep inside because they told you made it. You're trying to compete with other artists and other people trying to get a record contract and trying to get this and obtain this when you already made it. You get what I'm saying? It's all an illusion. Like you've already made it deep down inside. Can't nobody tell you you didn't make it because you made it. You get what I'm saying? They say, oh, you on the radio hundreds of millions of times. You've made it. What we have to do is we have to make them come to us. Stop making what's popular on the radio. Go to YouTube or find another platform and build that. And when you get all the power and you have labels coming after you, you connect. You take your connections or you build with other artists and you put a song on SoundCloud, become a sound. We need the biggest popular rapper, and we got to get rid of that. Who's popular and who's not. What I'm gonna say is this: once you get enough clout, is what they call it nowadays. You could take your clout and go to SoundCloud and just release from SoundCloud and continuously do that. And now we got ads. Now you can promote your own music. Promote your own music on Facebook, YouTube. Like I'm in the process of doing a lot of this stuff. You could read. Prince said, "Do not." He said, "I would advise artists to not sign recording contracts because they're treating us like slaves." So they created this imaginary world of you making it by, oh, I got to get on the TV screen to make it, or I got to get this. There's other ways you could do it, give money and invest in yourself. You can build your own recording studio. You can do everything yourself, and you've made it. The smartest thing Lauryn Hill did was leaving the recording industry. She left. She got out. You know, they control the elites, control the media. So whatever they want to put out bad about you, they could put it out about you, and you're painted as this evil person. They could take a random person. They could take me for example. Like I don't do nothing, bro. Like all I do is record YouTube videos, right? That's all I do. Record YouTube videos. Sit in the house, record YouTube videos. Don't have no criminal history, no nothing. Don't drink, smoke. Don't do nothing, right? They could take one thing about me, bro, and paint me as that person. Never left the house ever. And they could make me look like a bad person. That's how much power they have. Like they could do that to you or anybody, bro. Like once you figure this world out, bro, nothing can get to you no more because you got everything. It's like it's common sense, bro. This stuff is figured out. It's just a club of people getting promoted and being through higher ranks and knowing a bunch of people. Like none of that stuff really matters, bro. Like all the hundreds and millions, bro. Like all that stuff is just a illusion. All this stuff is really an illusion, bro. The only thing that really matters is God, bro. Like if you really think about it, that's the only thing that matters, bro. It's all for acceptance, for public perception, acceptance, for them to say, "Oh, you made it." I look at myself, right, with my music. I put my music in different places for people to see. I promote myself. If you go look at my YouTube videos, like my song Devil's Hallway, it got a lot of views at the moment. It's getting views and it's growing. I got over 20 something comments and people just saying stuff and I'm building from there. It doesn't happen overnight. Like even if you just got signed, it's not gonna happen overnight. You have to build into becoming what you want to be. If you feel like you're a superstar at this level to be a superstar, like they tell you what's a superstar. Like to me, I feel like I'm a superstar already because I have people like it make me feel good to look at my comment section and for somebody to tell me I love your song or this song, your song did this for me. I love this song. Or people could write me. I've got messages on my Instagram, and a guy literally told me I was homeless, and your story inspired me, and your music inspired me this way, and I just wanted to get you. And I reply to as many people as I can because I'm genuine and I'm no different than everybody else. You gotta think about it, like a lot of these artists don't even talk to you, bro. Like they don't even care nothing about you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they've made this imaginary world where you feel like you made it. Just imagine if you had a J.Cole, Kendrick Lamar, right? Got with Absol and then got with YouTube rappers and they all came together and created a platform and came together and made it popular on YouTube or SoundCloud or something. What you think gonna happen? People are gonna start to follow that. They're gonna want to get a part of that trend and then real hip hop will come back because that's what everybody's going to be craving and following. It makes sense. Like if you really think about it, you could be riding a bike and you made it. Like we have to stop letting them dictate to us what's making it. You get what I'm saying? Or getting to the top. Oh, I made it from the bottom to the top because I went from here and now I got a contract. And a lot of people who get a record contract, they don't really have no money like that. They got to pay all that money back. You get what I'm saying? And they make you feel like you're over top of all these people and like you're above the people. But realistically, you can get killed and you can die just like that next person.